Hello, Cancer darling, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tani, and basically I am not your average love, light, and unicorns tarot reader, so please keep that in mind. And yeah, welcome to your tarot and astrology reading for December 2020. I do tropical astrology. A lot of people have been asking that. I do try to focus more on the traditional methods of tropical astrology rather than the more newer methods, if that makes sense. So anyways, let's get into it, Cancer. So this month is a big month, quite the grand finale to 2020. So Saturn, Big Daddy Saturn, paired with Jupiter, is finally moving out of your opposite sign of Capricorn, taking a huge assload of stress and pressure off of your relationships with people and also yourself, as it's been in an opposition with your sign, creating a lot of oppositions for you in your life and creating a lot of challenges and upheaval for you in your life, but especially to do with relationships and the role that you play in relationships, your relationship dynamics, and the types of relationships that you get in. Now, I do see, because the snake here kind of literally slithered out of the deck when I was shuffling for you right before I turned on the camera, came out with the stork, with the clock, and then the death card. So what I see here is literally what I'm talking about with the astrology. A huge end to the toxic behaviors, people, and dynamics, in your life, like the maybe the type of person that you used to go for, or a person in particular, somebody from the past that created a lot of change for you or brought in a lot of change for you, or maybe they came back around recently or something, but finally there's an ending here. There's an ending, a for sure ending happening very early on in December. May have already happened for some of you with somebody in your life, or a certain way of going about something in your life. I just kind of flipped open the deck 2 times. We have the man and we had the burden. So for some of you, it could literally be a man or a burden in your life that is finally leaving, or a masculine energy, or just a certain way of having relationships, or a certain relationship dynamic that is ending in your life after a long period of stress and struggle. And it may kind of hit you like a ton of bricks, you know what I mean, this month at some point. Maybe like, holy shit, like this is finally over, or this is finally gone, or, something along those lines. So that may not be for all of you. That may just be a message for some of you, but that's what's coming through so far. So hang in there and see if there are any messages for you. I also like to intertwine the astrology as well, which should relate to more of you. So anyway, so starting off the month, it can feel a little slow in December. We have some, Neptunian transits going on with the Sun and Mercury. And, this is happening, between your relationship sector and your abstract your abstract thinking, purpose, path, future sector, higher educational sector. So there could definitely be, not your relationship sector, I just fucked that all up. Your work sector and your higher education sector. So there could be some things in work that you are not sure of. Not taking that because I'm not connected to your energy for this deck yet, but there could be some issues in work, okay? You're not seeing things clearly when it comes to the work and the daily routine yet. We have walking away here coming up. You're not seeing things clearly in that regard. There could be some kind of sacrifice happening at work that is not making you happy. Maybe you're doing things for other people, but it's not really paying off, or you're putting a lot of work in, but it's not paying off. You may be dealing with some hostilities from people, or in a relationship. Once again, we have walking away, hostilities. So there could be a level of tension, in some area of your life, whether it's work, relationships. We do have door to value, so This could be work, or it could be value in the sense of like valuing yourself and your own priorities. We also have the broken heart and the thinking woman. This is really like discernment, okay? To sum all this up, this is like discernment. What is my value? Am I worth this? You know, do I deserve this? If not, then why am I doing this? This is like working smarter and not harder. You know, Cancer, this is like, I'm not going to continue to keep letting my heart be trembled on, or letting myself be trembled on by all these different situations or people or whatever. I know my value. You know, I just went through a shit ton. You know what I mean? I just got my ass whipped in relationships for the past, few years. Like, I don't deserve this. You know what I mean? And this could mean actually finally walking away and knowing your worth and sticking to your integrity. You know what I mean? And really kind of doing something for yourself and standing up for yourself instead of allowing others to trample on you. You know what I mean? So let's see what else we get here. Messages for Cancers for December 2020. We also have Mars and your career sector still finally moving forward. It is going to be trining all this stuff in your work sector. This is also health as well, health and daily routine, daily task and schedules. So there's kind of like a sacrificial energy here. Where are you sacrificing your energy and time? Where are you putting your effort, and is it paying off? You know what I mean? Do you see a future here? Do you feel like you have some kind of purpose, or is the purpose you thought you had delusional? Was it just something that you made up to get yourself through the day? You know what I mean? That's where I think that, yeah. We have temptation, which is the devil, and emotional withdrawal. This is very interesting. Where are you being triggered to almost like shut down? There may be some things in the beginning of the month, Cancer, that kind of trigger you. And it's like you finally kind of withdraw. And you allow yourself to reconnect with yourself. Yeah. Mental conflict, passion ignited. This is a very external month. It's very much about your external world instead of your internal world, if that makes sense. It's very much about allowing yourself to understand what it is that you truly want, where it is that your heart lies, where it is that you don't feel like you're being fulfilled. Are you just doing something for the money, but are you not being respected or valued? And with this huge shift happening with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction and your opposite sign, just ask hope. And see, there can be kind of like a toxic side of hope at some times, because it's like, do you continue to keep hoping for a situation to work out in your daily life, or in the workplace, or in a relationship where it's not? It's not going to be a relationship for all of you. For some of you, it could be work. We have nature and memories. There definitely could be a theme like of memories coming up this month, or of like the past, like kind of like remembering things from the past that kind of show you. I think it's going to be, or show you certain things that are going on now. I think it's important to connect with people, connect with those that do care about you, and maybe kind of allow yourself and find the balance between self and other. Where are you doing too much for other people? Where are you not doing enough for yourself? Because this is what this, major stellium in Capricorn in your opposite sign has been teaching you. Where where do you need to establish boundaries? And you've been learning this lesson for a while, Cancer. And so this is like finally cracking the whip. This is finally coming down and saying, you know what, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I deserve, and I'm not putting up with this anymore. This has been really showing you about your worth, about your value. And really now is the time where it's like you need to step up. Ace of Wands. Now is the time where you need to step up. The Fool. This is about doing something you've never done before. Possibly taking a risk, you know? It's like you could keep just ignoring it or rejecting it or avoiding it or whatever. Or you could, and just keep going. Or you could do something different. You know what I mean? It's up to you this month. It's like, are you going to open that door to where you finally understand and like where you finally see what you're worth and you find your confidence? Or are you going to keep avoiding? There's like an avoidance energy here. The Chariot, the Three of Pentacles, yeah. The Hermit. Look at that. Boom. Boom. This is about just doing something, taking action, doing something new. Okay? Getting out of your comfort zone. Like doing something brand new. Picking the option that's brand new. This was kind of similar message came up in Libra's reading as well. The Chariot, the Three of Pentacles. I think what's really going on here in deep level, Cancer, is that maybe you're trying to protect yourself from criticism. There could be an element of being scared here of like what people are going to think to some extent. Yeah, I accidentally moved that card. Being scared of what people are going to think or avoiding people or not wanting to let people down. But at the same time, you feel like you're not, like, it's kind of like feeling not good enough. You know? You're also almost trying to like avoid conflict. We have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. It's time to, with the Hermit here after the Three of Pentacles and the Chariot, this is like moving on. A sense of moving on from something. And not in a sense to where you're avoiding something, more so in a sense of because I know my worth and I know my value and I'm not going to keep getting trampled on. Almost feeling like you're at the bottom of the pyramid. Four of Wands. Three of Wands. Getting back to like the planning stage or the preparation stage of doing something rather than, it's almost like you may feel like you don't want to because you don't want to feel like you're going backwards. But it's like what I'm getting here, it's like, you know, just instead of avoiding feeling like you're going backwards, maybe look at it as it's not that you're going backwards, you didn't fail, you know what I mean? You're throwing it away for something new. You're taking what you learned, Magician, and recreating with it, using alchemy to recreate with it. So you can be at the top. So you can be in a position where you're not having to like serve others or I don't know, hopefully this is making sense, to where you can be in a more comfortable position. But you wouldn't be there without what you just learned from this. So it's not like your experience was pointless. Wow. This is literally, we have death in the world at the bottom with the Five of Pentacles. This is literally like the end of an era of hardship for you, where you feel like you have to depend on someone else or something else or whatever, for you to live, or for you to get through something, or for you to feel emotionally fulfilled, because it's all an illusion anyway, right? This is very, very interesting, Cancer. Definitely let me know if this is resonating and how down below, because I'd be really interested to hear how this may be playing out in your guys' lives, because this is a lot. This is a lot. Yeah. The High Priestess and the Page of Swords. This is about getting really clear on your truth and trusting your own integrity, trusting within yourself, cutting through bullshit. Speaking up for yourselves. Yeah. Very interesting. No longer fighting to keep something alive or to keep something going that's not even fulfilling. I really feel like there's a presence in your life, whether it's a boss, a significant other, that is just really an asshole, to be honest. I don't know. An authority figure, I don't know. But I feel that for a lot of you. Maybe not all of you, but a lot of you. So, anyways, Cancer. Yeah, the solar eclipse happening around the 14th, depending on where you are, is really going to wake you up to a lot of this. It's really going to kind of show you, like, where you've been. It's going to show you the truth. It's going to show you the truth. It's going to get the ball rolling for this great conjunction that is going to happen in a spot for you that is very much about resources, very much about business, resources, finances, your partner's finances or money, power, power and, facing fears, all of these different types of things. So this is about really trusting in your intuition and getting really clear on your intuition, getting really clear on your own personal truth and moving forward, and not continuing to do the same things or do the same patterns over and over again, not continuing to go back to the snake. You know what I mean? Trusting your instincts, trusting yourself, speaking up for yourself, speaking up for your truth, and letting the past die. Letting the past die, doing something completely new, but also, taking your lessons that you've learned as experience. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for you guys, Cancer. Definitely let me know down below if this resonates. We also have a full moon in your sign on the 29th, which is going to be very interesting. I think that is really where you get to this point where you are like shedding an old version of you, but we're going to go over it in a separate video. So anyways, if you need to know anything, check the description below, like readings, if you want to follow me on any of my other platforms, all of that, and I will see you guys in my other videos.